Welcome to today's class on AutoCAD 2D. Today we'll be looking at different commands and more of modifying tools. So this, as you can see, this from this division here down here, we call this the drawing bar, and here we call it the modifying bar, or where you find the modifying tools. So, and we have talked many about this, so I'm trying to also, so in this class I will talk more on these tools available under this drawing and modifying bar. So today we'll be looking at point and the point style. From there we will look at the spline, we look at the mirror command, we look at the offset command, explode, scale, stretch, and join. So that is what we'll be looking at in this class. So we're starting with the point and point style. In our previous class we talked about making a point, which we said that to make a point we type in PO in our keyboard, and the point command comes up, you click enter, then you can now click anywhere you want to make a point. You want to create another point again, you type in PO and click anywhere you want the points to be. So if I highlight this, these are the 2 points created. So that is what we did in the previous class. So in this aspect, I'm going to show you how to create a multiple point. Remember, when we created this first one, when we created the first point, the points command automatically deactivates or turns off. Then I have to type in the PA again to turn on the point command to create the second one, which is also time wasting. Maybe you have multiple points to create and you want to do that at once without you turning on or off the point command. So for you to do that, you come to the draw panel here and click this symbol pointing down. When you come to this place, you see what we call the multiple points. So when you click on that, then it becomes active. You can now create as much points you want to create. You can now create as much points you want to create at the same time without you going through the aspect of typing in your point command and it deactivates, you turn it on again. So the multiple point command helps you to create multiple points at once. So if I use the crossing window, you see that these points are created at once. That is what I'm trying to show you using the point style. Okay, so you see that this point created will not become visible. It's not actually more visible until when I use the crossing window to highlight. Well, we can actually do what we call the point style. So when you come to these utilities here, you see the point style here. When you click on the point style, a panel will pop up, and this one here is the one we are currently working on, which is the default setting. So maybe I want my point to have this kind of settings. Okay, I click on that, I have okay. So you see that this actually changes the point style. So you come to this place, you click on point style, choose anywhere you want to. So these are the way you can edit your points, or you can style your point. So that is all for the point and the point style. So the next one we'll be looking at is the spline. What is a spline? So in engineering, I think in your first year we thought about conic sections. The conic sections are made up of the circle, the ellipse, the hyperbola, and the parabola. And in our previous class, we showed on how to draw a circle in our previous class, and also we have talked about how to draw ellipse, the different methods you can draw an ellipse. So the question now is there a command that helps us to draw a parabola or a hyperbola? So the answer is no. So, and also in your engineering drawing, I think you should have been taught about how to construct a parabola or a hyperbola. No, there are methods you can construct this kind of curves: hyperbola, parabola, ellipse, and circle. So there are different methods you can construct that in your engineering drawing. So here in AutoCAD, what we do is when you want to draw a parabola, you have to construct the parabola, and you use in engineering drawing you use French curves to join those points to actually form the parabola. So here also you construct, and also you need to join those points. But how do you join those points? So to join those points, you use what we call the spline. Let's say I make a point. I want to actually make a sine wave pattern here. I make a point here. Make a point. This point here. Make this point somehow like this. So let me change the point style. Okay. So I constructed this. These are the points, and I want to make a curve that will pass through this point. So, and for my lines for this my cursor to snap with points, remember you come to object snap. I think there is a video already on object snap. I think lecture 11 talks about this object snap here. So you have to activate this node here. That will make the point to snap. So when I come to the draw button here, under this page you have the spline fit. You click on the spline fit, then you can now start to click those points. Start to click at those points. So, and this is actually the curve has been made passing through those points. So what the spline is mainly for is to join a line to a point or a particular point. So that is all about the spline. The next is the mirror command. We'll be looking at the mirror command. So the mirror is just like you producing the exact shape you have. Okay, I don't even know how to put this ball. Let's do something. I think we'll draw up something like this. So for you to use the mirror command, is under the modification panel. So you highlight this here, click on mirror. So you said specify the first point of mirror line. So where do you want to start to mirror? So I can decide to mirror from this place here. If I mirror this, I come down. So just like you producing the same object but in opposite direction. That is all about mirror, in opposite sides. So when I click on that, there's an option that says yes or no. So do you want to erase the original object or the mirror? So if I mirror and I want to actually delete the original or the source object, I'll click yes. But if I don't want to delete it, I'll click no, and the two objects remains where they are. Okay, so let's check the other one and use that particular one. Okay, so I highlight the object, click on mirror, so specify the first point of mirror. So I want to start from here to mirror, and when I come down here I have something like this. So, and it's asking yes, or so let's say I want to erase the source object. If I click yes, the original one will be deleted, and I have this. So that is all about the mirror command. Then we have the offset command. So I'll be showing two ways of doing this offset. You can type in double F in your keyboard and have the offset command, or you can come to this place in the modifying panel and you click on the offset command. So I'll first use, let me use this first method. You see here we have what we call the through, the erase and the layer. So if I type in T, if I click, I select the object, the offset command, then type T, that will choose the through function, enter. So when I select the through function, the cursor, if you look under the cursor, it says select the object to offset. So I want to offset this, let's say a distance of 200 mm. I type in 200, I enter. Okay, you see that the offset command is still on. Maybe I want to offset the next one by 400, enter. I want to offset the next one with by 700, enter. So if you observe that when I used that through, it means that I have many offsets to do, but they are not of the same distance. The first one was 200, the second one 400, the third one 700. So if I use the through, that means I'll be given the freedom to enter the different distance. I'll be given the freedom to enter the different distances. That is the main function of that through. Let's do that again so that you grab better. The main function of using through is you giving the chance to enter the different distances you have. Okay, offset. Let's do that again. I type in T for through, enter. So it said select the objects. By using that through, it means I want to enter, I have different offset command to perform, but different distance. The first one, I select the object offset by 200 mm. Then the third one, the second one, I offset by 400, different distance. So you see that I'm giving room to enter any distance I want to enter, 700. So that is all about using the through command under offset. Okay, let me show you the other one. Let's say you want to offset multiple objects, you want to offset multiple times at the same distance apart. The distances are equal in interval. So how do you do that? You type in offset, enter. So instead of using the through command, I'll type in the distance between the objects. That's the distance I want to offset them. I want to do it many times, I want to do it multiple times, but they are of the same distance apart. So I want to make it a distance of 200 mm apart. I want to repeat it multiple times. So remember, I didn't use the through command. Okay, let's do that again. I select the offset. Instead of typing the through like we did here, I will enter the distance apart, which is 200, enter. So once I click, I move down here, automatically the 200 has been set. So what I just need to do is click on the object and move the direction I want to go, and it's automatically offset by 200. It's automatically offset by 200. Let's do that again. So you can see that this, I want to do it multiple times, but the same distance apart, and I want to make that a constant movement. So what do I do? Offset, enter. Remember here we used through. Well, when you use through, that give you the room to enter different distance apart, but this one I want it to be this, it is the same distance but multiple offsets. So what to do is type in the distance I want, which is 200, enter. Then what I'll now do, I'll click on the object and move the distance I want, in which direction do I want to go. So I want to go inward, so automatically the distance will now be 200. I click on this one again, the same thing, keep repeating that. Just need to click on the object and the direction you want to go, and you have this. So that is that for the offset command. So the next one here is the explode command. So if I should hover this here, you see that a window pops up telling us that it is a line, it is being created by a line. So when I when I come to this place, I click on this line, you see that this particularly selects why these ones are not being selected. Okay, and when I come to this place, sorry, again on escape. Okay, let's reload this again. Okay, use a polyline. So see that when I select this, you see that the whole component are being selected, and when I select any part of this, you see that it's only one part is being selected. So, and I want to turn this one, like I want to select only one part of this. For me to do that, I have to turn this man to be like this one. And what do? I have to explode the components. So when I select, if you come to this place, this is the exclude command, or you can type in your keyboard exp for the explode. And once I click, and the object has been excluded, so you see that I can now select them separately. So let's do that again. Select, come to this place and click on exclude, and the objects are being excluded separately. So the next one here, we're talking about the scale command. To scale this object, sorry, to scale this. So if you come to this is the scale command. So how do I do that? I select the object. You can possibly select the command or before you select the object, or you select the object before you click on the command. Anyone you do, it will still work. So but I prefer selecting the object before I click on the command. So I select them, click on scale. If you look here, they said specify the base point. So where do you want the scaling to start from? So I want you to start from here. I click as the base point, Then you said specify your scale factor. So you see that scale is actually increasing the size, or increasing the size of the shape, or decreasing the size of the shape. So maybe if I want to increase it by twice its size, I'll use a scale of 2. If I want to reduce it by half of its size, I'll use a scale of 0.5. So when I type in 2 as the scale factor, that means I'm increasing by 2. I click enter, I see it becomes bigger and its original size. Okay, so let me reduce that again. Let's use that to do that. So we click on this, specify my base point, then enter a scale factor of 0.5, enter, and I've actually reduced the size of the object. Okay, so another way is, let me show you another stuff here. Let me show you another beauty of the scale command. Another beauty of the scale command. So I select the object, click on scale, and select the base point, and under here you have the copy or reference. So when I use the copy command, that means I want to increase the size and also retain the original object. So I want to increase it by twice the size. I type, and I still want to retain its original size. I'll use the copy command, C, enter, then type in the scale factor 2 and enter. So this is the enlarged size, and the original size still remains. That is when you use the copy command. Then the next one is the stretch command. The stretch command. So what do? I click, and so for me to do this, I must select the object with the crossing window, which is the green one, not with the blue window. When you want to scale, don't select with this one, so select only with the green one. And always remember to select the part you want to stretch. Don't make the mistake of selecting the whole object, because all will be full. So I only want to stretch this here. So what I'll do, I'll select only that part I want to stretch. Come to this place and click on stretch. Then specify where do you want to, when you want to drag the object from, where do you want to stretch it from. So I want to stretch it from the middle. Then I can now move, and you see that I've actually stretched the object. So let's do that again. Ctrl Z. So I use the crossing window with the green color to select where I want to stretch. Click on stretch here, and where do I want to start? When I want to start the stretch, so I'll click at this place, then I can go far wide to stretch the object. So that is all about the stretch. So we have the last but not the least, we have the join command. So the join command is mainly used for objects that are coplanar or they are concurrent. So that means they are passing through the same line of action, or they are passing through the same line. So the main thing here is I want to actually join this line with this one. If you say okay, you want to use the extend command, if you type in extend command, enter, and you want to extend that, you see that it is not actually possible for you to extend them because they are on the same plane, they are concurrent. So you see that extend will not work on this one. You might decide to use a line command you click this place, click the endpoint of this place, and you see the lines are being joined. But there's one shortcoming or one disadvantage about this, is that I want to select this object now. See that I have to select everything one after the other. The object is not totally joined, so that is one disadvantage. You see it here as it's being joined, but the lines are not joined, because once I want to select, I will select it. I have to select the lines differently. So but when I use the join command, I highlight the object I want to join, come to this modifying panel, this is the join, and click on the join, so that the object automatically joined. So if I want to select them, you see that I can select the object once, so telling that the object has actually merged together. So that is all about today. So this is all I can have. This is all we have today, or this is actually what I have for you today. So thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit the subscription button and click on the notification button. When I upload, you'll be notified, and like the video so that YouTube will recommend this video to other people. Thank you and have a nice day.